This morning, First North-listed Coinshares published their report for the fourth and final quarter of 2021. And with me today to comment, I have Jean-Marie Mognetti, CEO. Welcome.
Thank you for having me, Michael.
So, EBITDA for the period landed at £32.9 million and £121.7 million for the full 12 months of the year. This is a 400% increase year to year. What developments have been important to this growth?
Well, I think it is a testimony to the quality of the decision we made years ago when we decided to build our two core business units, our asset management solutions and our business solution, which are powering all our capital market activities. So all that is now bearing fruits, powered by our own technology. And finally, of course, price action and market condition has been supportive of this dynamic.
And early this year, you launched Coinshares Physical that offers exposure to Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Ripple. This quarter, you've been approved to add 46 new coins. Crypto is still rather young. Is there realistically 46 more coins to add out there?
Yeah, sure. So just to precise, it was early last year because we're in 2022 now. So we launched this stuff in 2021. The prospectus was approved in 2021 as well, and we launched new coins in 2022. There is plenty of space to add new coins, and we are very bullish on that and adding more as we go. But what we are really focusing is adding coins with their attached technology progress. So we want to be able to pay investors the rewards attached to staking, for instance. We want to be able to not create corporate or taxable events through that and keep the properties of the wrapper. So it has taken us a bit of time, and we are now able to keep pushing more coins to the market.
Tezos and Polkadot was mentioned in the report. Are there any more coins that you're willing to add?
Yeah, 46. Like all jokes apart, there is 46 coin in the prospectus. For us to be able to add some or most of these 46 will require us to work with the exchanges, with the clearing houses and the market makers to find what they want and can support. We managed to get that in the prospectus. We need now to make it arrive on the market.
And last quarter you acquired Elwood Tech, and this quarter you acquired French fintech firm Napoleon and its social trading platform. Tell us more about this platform. Why is it important to Coinshares?
It's important to Coinshares because it is core of Coinshares strategy going forward. In the past, Coinshares has been very much focused on B2B2C and B2B to some extent. And with that being said, we completely lost the capacity to be able to have a proper relationship with the consumer market. And Napoleon is our spearhead in the consumer market to be able to redevelop a division specifically focused around consumers.
The price of this acquisition landed at 13.9 million euros. How was this financed?
As per the press release, it was a mix of cash and equity.
And considering the growth you've had and these acquisitions, can we expect more to come in 2022?
First, on the previous question, it was a mix of cash and equity, and the equity was struck at 115 SEK. But to come back to your second question, we have a model of build, partner, acquire. So whenever we can build, we build, but there is a function of time, and the market in crypto is moving extremely fast. So sometimes partnering and acquiring make more sense. We partner with Invesco, for instance, and we acquire Elwood and now Napoleon. The key function for us around acquisition is how do we integrate this business and make sure they are part of Coinshares and not just sitting next to Coinshares. So it's really much about the acquisition is the fancy part of it. The integration is like the important part of it, and we are really laser focused on integrating these forces so as we can bring more value to our shareholders.
At the end of the report, you mentioned your desire to list the company on Nasdaq Stockholm's main market. You also mentioned that preparations are being made towards this desire. Could you walk us through the process and tell us what primary preparations need to be made?
Well, the process is, on the paper, quite simple. It's IPO readiness with an audit company, and then exchange auditors reviewing the work of the IPO readiness auditors before you go to the listing committee at Nasdaq. So it's kind of a very well-documented existing path which has been used by many other companies. In terms of what is required in-house, it is a lot of work to be able to, I would say, upgrade the standards of governance and processes and policies to the level required by Nasdaq for such a migration. We are right into it. IFRS migration, which is now part of the Q4 report, was a big constituent of that effort, and we're just going forward now.
Is there a timeline that you can share?
We don't have a specific timeline now, and we will come back to the market as soon as we have more precision, but we really hope it's going to happen in 2022.
I see. Well, alongside the Swedish stock market, your shares are now listed on the American OTC markets. Could you tell us more about this?
Yeah, it's true. We did that in Q4. It is a demand from shareholders. We have a lot of support in the US, and a lot of our shareholders are not very keen or familiar with trading ACK or just the opening hours of the Swedish market. So having a listing in the US, trading in US dollars, settling ultimately in US dollar and in DTC was kind of very interesting for some investors. So we wanted to get this extension in the US to help them out.
John, that was all questions I had. I thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much for your time.